The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 373 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Raven playing cards. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. So here we have the Raven playing cards. I don't really know much about these. So we got the tuck box here, still in that cellophane. But before we crack that cellophane, on the bottom it says "Made in China." There's also one of the decks made in China, either from like Expert Playing Cards or Cardamundi, one of them. Or it could be a separate company, but somewhere's out in China because it says main China on the bottom. So we'll see if there's a pull tab anywhere on the side. There's one here. So we'll crack that cellophane. Now here we can see that's in a matte white finished tuck box with some some matte black finishes as well. There. And it says the raven there at the bottom. And then you've got this kind of like raven kind of in the tree there. Even though it doesn't really look like a raven, but some kind of there with the tree, and it is textured, so you can feel like all the matte black finishes are kind of like textured there, like the tree and the words there. On the side is just the pattern that wraps around, and same on the back and on the other side there. That tree kind of just wraps around the tuck box. And then for the seal, it's a black square seal, it's a little kind of little silver metallic kind of little square there. And it is numbered out of 1,200, and I got number 704. So now just crack that seal. Just let me grab my handy dandy card opener. That's kind of, I forgot to prepare myself here. Just hold on 1 second. So it looks like a little bit more like a thicker seal. So hopefully the card opener will crack that. No, it's definitely one of those more like plasticky seals. So we need a little bit of a harder material. So I'll be right back. Okay, we are now back, and the seal is cracked open now. Yeah, not the best seal crack ever, but it's open now. Now let's grab that pull tab over there. Okay, on the tuck flap, it says there's some kind of something there. I can't really read whatever those letters are. And then the inner tuck flaps just have that like tree kind of pattern that wraps around the tuck box. Now we take the cards out of the box. On the inside of the tuck box, just plain white. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. But now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And here we have the back design here. And it's a fully inked back design here, a borderless design as well. There, in the middle here. Okay, so the design of the cards is more like a repeating pattern. So you got this design here, and then you got like a smaller version, then a smaller version, then a smaller version. So it's one of those kind of mirror effects where it just goes on forever and ever. But there's a black and white colorway there. It was all the different the ravens all over there in the white colorway, and then you got those white kind of lines around it, and then the black background there. And it is a mirrored back design. So if you flip it over, same design in both directions. And these are made in China, so they have a different stock and finish than your regular USPCC here. But now for the cards you get with the deck. And here we start with the first card is the Ace of Hearts there. Usually we start with the Ace of Spades, but we're starting with the Ace of Hearts here. And it's a fully customized deck here, or at least for this card here. And that kind of black and white grayish kind of tone there. And then the hearts and like the letters there in the corners are still that kind of bright red colorway. But then there's like the heart is kind of like ripped in half there. And you've got some kind of little picture there. I'm not sure if all the cards are the same. No, so it looks like all the cards are like different artworks. I'm not gonna like describe them all because that would take way too long. But all the numbers and the pips, they're the custom design there in the corners, so they're all the same for the hearts there. But each card is fully custom there. It's fully inked. So definitely lots of ink uses within here. You got all these different kind of like pictures here. I'll slightly go through them, like kind of slow, but also a little bit faster at the same time. The Jack Queen King are also just different pictures. Yeah, they're almost kind of angels in some of them. Angels or demons almost in some of the pictures. Then we got the clubs here. What's that custom club font? It's kind of like almost like a corroded or rustic kind of club design with a little bit of like wear and tear to the club there. We still got all those pictures there. I guess I think all the pictures were the same. Maybe I don't know. Some of them look similar to the hearts. Yeah, I think the cards might have been lightly the same. Yeah, I think all the cards are the same. I think, but like they're still nice cards though. And then you got the diamonds there, kind of like that corroded, kind of almost like kind of design as well. But more like an actual diamond shape, or it has like the kind of like more triangle shape there to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that these all look the same. So I'll just quickly go through those because we've seen those already. And the stock and finish of the cards are more like a shininess to it, as you can see there. So they might be like a lightly more plasticky, but like still kind of that papery stock in a way. And then you got the spades here, and it's kind of like a broken spade there, where one of the halves is like ripped off there. It's almost lightly hard to see some of like the numbers there in the corners, just because of like the darker kind of tones in some of the pictures, but you can still, I guess they have like that little cloud behind them, I guess, so you can kind of still see it. Yeah, they have a little cloud. Well, one of the cards was kind of dark, kind of like those ones. And then lastly, you got the two jokers here, and they're identical jokers here, where it says Joker there in the top left corner. And then you got I guess it's like a knight or something on a horse or something. And then lots of clouds there in that black-white colorway. Well, now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And these might be like thick, because just the stock and finish of them, and because they're fully inked. But we'll find out. Oh yeah, it's definitely like a thicker stock. Like I can spring them, but like some people would not be able to at all. Because these are like the super stiff. Like I can barely spring those. So like I don't even really want to spring them too much because I feel like they're gonna like, fly out of my hands because they're super stiff. So they definitely got to be broken in. Yeah, just like that. Like that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen with the springs. Because when you have thicker cards, the cards want to be more slidey and just like want to fly out of your hands more. There. Now we're gonna see how smooth they are. Oh, they seem to be pretty smooth though. Got that nice kind of colored back design there. What's the different kind of like the crows kind of make a little line pattern there. So the different like, shades there. They spread pretty good. Not like super crazy or anything, but they still like pretty nicely there. Eh, all the little pictures there kind of make it look a little bit like kind of crazy there. But you can still tell that they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers there. Not like really any stickiness to them there. Now let's see how they fare. And then, yep, they do not fare that well at all. Oh, wait, a little bit. I definitely had to push them together, though, to get them to even fare at all. Now for that back design, no giant fan. Now for that reverse pharaoh. Okay, they reverse pharaoh even worse than they did like regular pharaoh. So they don't even reverse pharaoh. So I guess no giant fan of the reverse pharaoh. Wait, maybe. Oh. Somehow I just tried again and it worked, kind of. Now for the faces in the giant fan. And you can definitely tell some of the cards are the same there. It's like all the twos. You can see all the twos there. And all the cards, like from ace to king, all the cards are the same. It's just the suits are different. Now let's test the bridge shuffle or riffle shuffle. And since these cards are really thick, they make some for some really nice and smooth riffle shuffles, bridge shuffles. Well, if you like riffle shuffling or bridge shuffling cards, then these cards are fantastic for that. So definitely no issues with the riffle shuffles or bridge shuffles. Pretty nice. Now let's test a little pack of cuts. Well, you can definitely tell they're like a thicker stock when packet cutting. They're not bad though. They pack it pretty nicely. Pretty normally though. Nothing like too crazy. But the back design looks pretty nice in like packet cut form. Now for that one-handed cut, shoulder cut. And the cuts are definitely a little bit slippery, like slick in the hands. I can't even like I can't even like cut these barely. Now for the dribble. You definitely have the more grip with the back design up, and less with the faces up. And now for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the coats on the table. I'm gonna say it's an okay deck. Nothing like crazy going on, but they're fully custom there. Was that fully borderless back design there? Was that kind of black and white kind of colorway there? With all the different ravens on there, and a mirror design where it just repeats over and over again and gets smaller and smaller there in the middle there. Not a bad design, pretty nice. And then the faces are fully custom there with these different like, like little drawings or little pictures here. There, not sure exactly what they are, but there's only 12 of them or 13 of them because they go from ace to king there, and then they repeat for every suit there. Nothing like too crazy, but still like nice. There was those little pictures there. Almost a little confusing to see just because like black on black and like black and white and gray kind of tones, so kind of lightly blends together. But for the most part, you can still tell what the pictures are mostly. And then they're made in China. Not sure if it's like expert playing cards or like Cardamundi or not. If it's one of them or it's someone completely different. But you can tell they have that different stock and finish look kind of to it. It's more glossy of a finish, and you can definitely tell when you hold them. Just the way they feel, like the edges and like the texture of the cards. And they're definitely a lot thicker of a card, just because the way you can almost even see it on camera how like thicker they are than like a normal card. Because here's your bicycle card. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell or not, but you can almost hear like the sound difference. of the thickness. But they still handle pretty decent. Definitely not like crazy like a bicycle deck or anything. Like that smooth. Because these are definitely on the thicker side. But they still spread pretty decently though. And then nice like spreadability to it. Yeah. The riffle shovels and the bridge shovels are one of the best parts because it's like a thicker deck. So it makes it with some nice smooth riffles there. Not like a softer riffle, that is like crispy riffle to it. So that's like the best part of the deck. And obviously the back design is pretty nice looking too. But I guess with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 373 of your daily deck review. This has been the Raven playing cards. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.